Welcome, greetings everyone. Happy Saturday. I'm telling you, Fadiji, welcome. Greetings, my brother. The notes has not been taken, the songs have just been coming through. Oh yeah, he is. They don't finish work. Honestly, I'm so impressed. Like, the North has taken over the Peter Obi news. There's one more actually that before we come to the videos, let me see. It's the same one. There's another one too that was one of my favorites. I constantly play that song. Let me see. Did I save it? Okay, here's another one that I like.
Herdsmen, they kill us every day for them easy, they campaign again. After they found all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they are the run to? Move it down, move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People were cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors to eat your love. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive am. We have a when this government they cause my time bomb. We go soon explode. Revolution they come up.
That's another one that I like. You know, they really like, but the North, I give it to the North. The North has so many songs on Peter Obi alone. So,
good afternoon, my fellow Nigeria. Happy Wednesday today, 23 July 2025. I always say that the voting is almost at the corner. We are just having a short time. By next year, this time we can't even, we have already gone. The primary is gone, they have below the politics. Nobody, I repeated, nobody can stop us from campaigning. What I understand what President wants to do is that what he wants to do in Lagos is what he wants to do. He wants to come back by force, by thunder, by hungry, by anything. When he come back now, the second time that or any president, unless if he did, and the governor will just carry go and put. Look at what he did in Rivers. A shame of a democracy. You say you fight soldier to make democracy. Then you are against the democracy, Mr. President. Why? You fight the soldiers, as you say, I'm a military. You fight was fine, but you are more than military. Your dictator is more than military. You remove elected governor, put it because of this guy called Wiki. I don't care about him, Wiki. Because of Wiki, is just removed for selfish interest. This person is the person again. The soul whom they put there, one criminal lady who was the chief of the master, he could not be able to make anything. 24 billion for CCTV camera for Gombe House. Hey, Onyoshi. Leah. Onyoshi. Ana Opuru Gawana Jide go up for one Monday Onyori. Criminal. Where you want to put the money? 24 billion for CCTV camera after Peter Odila put in it. What? 2027, nobody will make us. Good afternoon, my fellow Nigeria.
okay. Yeah, so anyway, greetings everyone. I know yesterday I was supposed to come back. Sorry guys, I couldn't come back. I had a lot of errands to run, turned out, so I couldn't come back. So sorry about that. For those who were waiting, Tracy, Gawalele, Michael, I'm sorry for you that I didn't make it back yesterday, so we can do our usual Friday, Anyway, so you see, that's why I'm here early. I got the needed rest and all because I know today is gonna be there are other, there are other things that will need to happen that I'm also gonna be doing today. So I didn't want to just disappear on you guys. I saw your comment there, Fadiji. You said my fear is that most of these people supporting will be our doctors and learned ones or learned ones. There are many uneducated people in the north. If Obi can only clutch, it will be a great leverage. Yeah, it shouldn't be your fear. There's no need for fear. We're way past fear now. It should be, this is what this is what you think, and you're hoping that's what we all hope, that Peter Obi gets the ADC ticket. To be quite honest, it will be the best thing that they can do at this time. If I were ADC people, that's what they should be focusing on, getting him, because it's going to make their party look good. It's going to put their party in good light. it's going to, a lot of new people are going to join that party that are going to bring a lot of good things to that party. There would be a complete overhaul of that. I mean, there's so many good things that will happen for the party. Okay, and also don't forget, Fadiji, that not only are there doctors that work for Nigeria that are close to Peter Obi. Remember, 2023, now Peter Obi win. There were a lot of people in the north that also voted for Peter Obi. Let's not forget that. It wasn't the educated ones that voted for Peter Obi in a major part of the north. And remember, people were ready to come out and fight for their votes in 2023. It was Peter Obi who said no. So let's not forget that. So while we're saying, oh, you wish this, Peter Obi clinches the ticket and all of that, because you think that he's only surrounded by educated people. No, that's not true. That's not true, right? So we should also remember that people were ready to take the bull by the horn in 2023. They were not waiting. It was Peter Obi who calmed everybody down. Let's always remember that. Stay humble. Welcome. Being learned is not just about having the colonial master certificate. Thank you very much for saying that. In future, when we rejig and decolonize our educational system, people will actually appreciate what being learned means. Bam. Exactly. Thank you very much for saying that. So guys, happy Saturday once again. So we're going to get right into some videos. I'm going to start with this one. Let me see here. Let me see. Retired policemen, they use the same police people take deal with them. What a shame. What a country. Even their colleagues that they left behind, no even say no, we can't touch her. These are people that work. So is this how you people are going to no. Wickedness and greed in the hearts of Nigerians while they are undergoing the same poor treatment. God, how do you even define that? How? Anyway, let's play this video. Let me play this video.
Gate is using Fulani militia to unalive my people because of his GMO food agenda in Africa. A lot of countries have rejected this offer, but we African, we embrace nonsense. That is why we African will continue to lose our life to things that are irrelevant. And many countries, his own country people rejected him, sent him and his food packing in some European country. But because we get to understand deeply that our African leaders are useless, they prefer money and wealth over their own people. They prefer power and wealth over their own people. So Brigade decide to bring it down to Nigeria, which our leaders should not pretend about. Most of our leaders know this agenda. Some did not know. Some were not aware. Some did not even know what is GMO food. A majority of our leaders know what is going on. But they say to themselves, it's none of their business, or as long as the words and everything they come in, nothing concerns them. So the massacre going on in Benue State is being caused by brigades and Fulani militia and some of our government involved in this thing. And for those of you that say, oh, they are suffer, who told you that all these our corrupt leaders, African leaders, care about their children's future? They only care about themselves. Their children are just benefiting from their wealth now because they are alive. So they do all this thing, not be for the future of their children. Because they feel if they have already corrupted the whole nation, if they are gone, nothing concerns them again. All these Nigerian celebrities are part of Bill Gates, pushing the agenda of GMO food, promoting GMO food. Same celebrity you people respect so much. Nobody care about you as a Nigeria. Your government, your celebrity, people around you, nobody care about you. But you Nigerian, you feel people care about you too much. That is why you care about. Nobody care about you. You can see many celebrities that you Nigerians respect so much is even advertising this GMO food to you people. And many Nigerians did not even know the meaning of GMO food. Many Nigerians did not even know what GMO food can do to your body, to your system. GMO food is here to reduce your population. GMO food is here to make you sick. GMO food is here to make your daughter and your wife stop reproducing. They use Ebola. They use COVID just to reduce the population of Africa, but it's not working. Now they are coming with GMO. Poison organic food that will poison humanity's cell, poison the head's cell. African head will stop reproducing good food. Want to poison the roots of the heads that produce fertile food, good food in Africa. And a lot of you are not paying attention to this. I was shocked when I see a whole Aproko doctor sitting down with Bill Gates. You can see that there is nobody you can trust on this earth again. Nobody, everybody just they care for himself. They don't care about anybody. Nigerians are in trouble because a lot of us are not just smart. You know, this last claim I'm about to make is allegedly. Now, I guess the reason why our president is not really doing anything about the insurgency in the country because he is not really focusing on the insurgency of the country. To me, that is what I see. Not talking about the safety of the people, but he's busy buying truck for agriculture. He's not talking about the security of the people, of the farmers, but he's talking about making agriculture sexy. So how can you make agriculture sexy? And the people that will do the agriculture work, no dey farm to do am. Guys, you see say Nigeria dey inside real big mess and trouble because Fulani go dey buy you, government go dey buy you with hunger, and Brigade go come with GMO food, dey buy you. Anyway, share your thoughts on the comment section responsibly, and for those that love to cry, cry responsibly on the comment section.
Now don't hear o. So this GMO matter, aproko doctor, that e don dey collect since. Aproko doctor dey drag am like I better pass my neighbor generator.
A new Nigeria is possible. To my fellow Nigerians, I understand the weight of the challenges we face. The hardships are real and they impact us all. From economic struggles to daily uncertainties, we acknowledge the difficulties that often overshadow our incredible spirit. Yet through it all, the resilience of the Nigerian people shines brightly. Our capacity to endure, adapt, and find joy amidst adversity is truly remarkable. But what if we looked beyond the present? What if we envisioned a new Nigeria? A Nigeria where every citizen thrives, opportunities abound, and our collective potential is unleashed. Imagine a land where innovation flourishes, where our rich resources are harnessed for the common good, and where progress is not just a dream, but a tangible reality for everyone. Our strength lies in our diversity. When we embrace our differences and unite, we become an unstoppable force for positive change. So how do we transform this vision into reality? It begins with us, every single Nigerian playing our part. A new Nigeria is not built by a few, but by the collective effort and shared responsibility of all. We must hold ourselves and our leaders accountable. We must champion innovation, embrace sustainable development, and find Nigerian solutions to Nigerian problems. Our creativity is limitless. Investing in quality education for all our children and building robust infrastructure are cornerstones of a prosperous future. These are not luxuries, but necessities. Let's draw inspiration from the countless stories of hope already emerging across our nation. Every day, Nigerians are making a difference. From groundbreaking scientific discoveries to entrepreneurial successes that uplift communities, Nigerians are proving that anything is possible. Look at the vibrant art scene, the flourishing tech hubs, and the community initiatives that are changing lives. These are not isolated incidents, they are signs of a growing movement. This is our call to action. Let's engage constructively, support local businesses, advocate for good governance, and uplift one another. Believe in the vision of a new Nigeria. Believe in our collective capacity to build it. Our future is not predetermined. It is shaped by our choices today. Let's work together, hand in hand, heart to heart, to forge a nation that truly lives up to its immense promise. The path may be challenging, but it is not impossible. Our spirit is indomitable, and our will is strong. The future is bright for Nigeria, a future built on justice, equality, prosperity, and peace for all its children. Together, we can declare with unwavering conviction that a new Nigeria is possible.
Just imagine that we're now living in peace.
A new Nigeria is possible. One love Nigeria, this is our vision. I see great nation with happy people. A new Nigeria is possible.
What do you expect from our future leaders?
Being a patriotic citizen is very important. Having Nigeria in the mind always, in anything you are doing, if you are in business, any sector of life you are, be just in what you are doing. I believe through that, we will have a better Nigeria. That is my vision. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Is that right?
Okay, so there you have it. See the police riot when they do. Look at, imagine.
To rescue kidnapper in Taraba. Military officers attack convoy, kill 3 officers and civilians, and then the kidnapper escape. That is the country that we live in. Law enforcement officers were killed by military, and kidnapper managed to escape. Nigeria is not a real place.
Nobody will vote you in 2027, says ordinary President Ahmed Issa of Berekete Family TV. We will listen to them.
Nobody go vote you. If you like, share beans, share rice, share soup. Before they tell Nigerians to collect and not to vote them. Now, don't collect from them. The hunger will not kill you, no go kill you. And if you collect that thing, for how long? It will sustain you. Don't belittle yourself. Don't ridicule yourself by collecting that rubbish they come to share. Person no fit remember you Nigerian campaign if he remember you. And after that, until for another 4 years, and una still they follow them because una be bad.
If you be say bear, me I no be bear, oh God forbid. 2027, here we come.
Ahmed Tinubu, if you not perform well, forget 2027.
By the way, like this guy. By the way, they bury about 27 people today. Mass burial for Plateau community, where 27 Fulani headsmen. Bye. They bury them today. Look at the graves. Now they look so. For my other device, see, ADC has been doing the very powerful work of opposition. I like what ADC people have been doing. That Bolaji guy is doing. He dey match up the energy. He really dey try, right? Everything they slam federal government left, right, and center now. So this one, the recent ADC slams federal government as US flags Nigeria as high risk destination. Absolutely, I have gotten emails like that. That people should be careful of going to Nigeria. That it's oh my God, see. And then when I remember, this is Gbadebo Vivo Road's wife. I remember back in she and her husband, they've been heavy on protesting this GMO thing and all of that. They were almost the only people I knew then that was talking about these GMO foods and all of that, and really seriously protesting about it. So since the conversation came up again, she's been retweeting the information that because she's a scientist, I think, so she's been retweeting most of the information that she shared back then about whole GMO, glyphosate, and the rest of them, about Monsanto. I remember it was Monsanto then, right? She's been sharing her information back to back to re-educate Nigerians again. See, even back then, the likes, people were not so aware, so they didn't care. And then P-Shegs, of course. P-Shegs he's been sitting on this whole GMO thing. He's been going to meet with the National Assembly people, talking about, man, there's a lot of work going on ground, guys. Please, if you come across it, kindly retweet. Pass retweet when you go retweet, abeg. Mona, they retweet am because this is very important. You know what I mean? So anyway, that being said, what other video did I have to share? Now, there's also on the GMO stuff. Newsweek, excuse me, what's wrong with my throat this morning? How corporations and donors are using violence and displacement to take over African farms. There's an article on that on West Africa Weekly. I'm going to share my link in case anybody wants to come into the studio really quickly. But in the meantime, let me see. So many fights on every side. Now we dey fight. Oh, I know they see my comments. So Mona no verse. For those of you that think I haven't been seeing, I just opened another device now and see comments everywhere. Wow. I'm sorry, guys. Welcome, oh, welcome everybody. Let me see. How are terrorists and bandits recruited? Is it not via social media? Exactly. How do politicians like Atiku and Kwankwaso command some following among the Talakawas? Exactly. Many of those so-called educated people are causing more harm to the Nigerian polity. Thank you very much, Kene. Welcome, oh, Kene, welcome, oh. When I know they see. I wasn't seeing you guys comment. Welcome, Mama Echo. How you dey? Kidding, not serious. Anyway, Bolaji Abdullahi, yeah, he was Minister of Sports under Jonathan. He was sacked after waging war against Jonathan due to his loyalty to Saraki. He teamed up with APC to take Nigeria. Oh my goodness. Oh, got it. Okay, interesting. So, now wow. Kai, eh? The chickens have come home to roost, ke? That's the situation now with Bolaji, but he's been doing a great job. I mean, he's been doing people can see the light after supporting criminals. They can turn around. So I'm not one of those people who thinks that good things cannot happen. You understand? So, hey, let me see. So maybe he's seen the light and suddenly he's made a U-turn about what's going on, you know. Meanwhile, this guy Dan Bello, they've been renovating schools within northern Nigeria. I think that's a good thing he's doing. Oh my goodness. What else? There's a video I wanted to share with you guys in the meantime. Do you guys know that they've renamed a street that was named after Charlie Boy? Your federal government is a joke. Wallahi. Your government in Nigeria generally is a joke. Hey, God. They've renamed a bus stop Charlie Boy bus stop. Hey, God. I've never seen this level of petty in my entire life. Never. Look at it. Maybe I can play the video.
No, not desperation, no.
They say the cynical and petty.
That desperation and recruitment.
He said what's it called? The cynical and petty renaming of Charlie Boy area father. And Charlie Boy had mentioned it, I think in 2024, that he thought they had renamed it. God, let me play the video where this Lagos official, shame they catch me. See petty. Meanwhile, they will come.
Road will now be called. Ilaje Road will now be called King Sunny Ade Road.
Wow.
And you should know that this maybe that they spend money. So
will now be called Olamide Adedeji Bado Street.
Wow. They named it Adedeji Bado Street.
That Charlie Boy bus stop will now be changed to Bado bus stop.
He had to emphasize that. Hey! Such jokers. Which this one take concern the real work when they ground? Not again. After 2027, if 2027 reach, we not get sense, then forget, we not go ever get sense again. Hey, God abeg o. Wetin be this? I see am, I say, should this even be trend? Should this be trending? Should this be trending? Anyway, moving along.
Make we continue to the country people. How una dey? All right, so every Nigerian wey una dey support dey fight for justice, electoral reform. Everybody wey dey try say make this country good. They don't give us award or Peter for Nigeria. They say make we continue to do the thing where we they do. It is the doing of the Lord, and I appreciate it. Call a lawyer. I do not take this for granted at all. May God bless you. The thing where we see where they do, when make you call us to say we recognize you. May God honor you. It is also a call to further action. And they say make I dedicate the award. So I go do this one to call to dedicate this award to the people where I want dedicate them to. This award, I dedicate it to every.
I'm not interested in this, but I thought it was a video I was trying to play, but it's not. Let me read you guys' comment first. Make I see. But all those people that stole money after seeing the light should give us back our money. Kenena, you won't go drag them for us? Ew. But we need to collect that money, Sha. We shouldn't let it go, to be real, to be quite honest. As Minister of Sports, he was almost excellent. I was sad when he left. During his time, he won the AFCON Under-14, Under-17 World Cup and other laurels. Okay. All Igbo name streets are being renamed in Lagos. It's such a shame. I no go lie. Shame they catch me. It is such a shame. Shame they catch me. They rename all Igbo names. 2027 is a date with destiny. I would easily bring him back as sports minister. Okay, stay humble. Yeah, because he's doing a good job going after these APC people. Honestly, this Bolaji guy, he's been doing a good job back to back. The guy has fiery responses for them. He's really playing the opposition well. Whoever chose him for that role did a fantastic job. At least I've been seeing his comments and his retort back at APC, and I've been like, okay, this is what should have been happening since, but we're here now, right? Before independence, Igbos were running Lagos and had clout. Ojuku's dad owned a lot of properties in Lagos. In 5 hours, Nigerian women will play Morocco in finals of AFCON. Okay, congratulations to them. Congratulations to although I hear that the Nigerian female football team na fire. So wow, I'm impressed. Congratulations to all of them. Mama Echo, welcome. Greetings. How you doing? How is everything with you? I hope you're good.
Greetings, my love. I am good.
That's good. Thank God. How you take see all this matter that they rechange street? I never see this kind of pettiness for my life before. And even they shame for them. The level of pettiness, God abeg o.
It's not pettiness. They have to look and they have to find every avenue. I bet you so this renaming, they have to spend money. True.
But if they want rename, why be say na only Igbo names na they comot?
So 2022, 2023, what did they tell you? As you not hear aloud, they come begin to demolish their houses. So in the name of the builder for waterway, not see here. Then they don't they change the name. They are speaking the same language they spoke in 2022, 2023. But Oyo on their own. Nigeria belongs to us. Constitution says you can live anywhere, you can do anything. After all, the street name, you not put money for Igbo man pocket now. And maybe they do all those their rubbish. At least they feel that after doing that, the next governorship candidate of Lagos, the person go dey there na Seyi Tinubu abi. Make dem dey do, no problem.
Ha!
They are just
Now, wow. May I listen to this video? May we listen to this video?
The Supreme Court governor, we are saying yesterday they drag our Peter Obi. You know they say when we come to Peter Obi, we know the yeah. It will not be governor, it will not be president. We go talk to you. Now we be the people. Now we get the government. The power belongs to us. We don't just fear anybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we get movement. We don't desegregate. We are not political party. We have PDP, Obedient Movement. We have APC. We have Labour Party, and we have the ADC. Today, we are calling on you. Join this movement. They try their best to make sure say this movement don't die, but we no go be. We don't stop. We be coconut generation. We know the yeah, and we know the tire, and we know the give up.
Edo people don't send message to Akpakomiza. Akpakomiza go hear am. Never know it dey happen. Oh my God, stay humble. Greetings, oh my brother. Welcome. I know you have something to say before I move forward.
Yeah. Good afternoon from here.
Okay.
Good afternoon where I know it's morning where you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Welcome.
So, just to weigh in on the renaming of the streets
Right.
in Lagos, because when things happen in Nigeria, sometimes we fail to connect the dots.
Okay.
You know, it's usually difficult for Nigerians to reconcile current happenings with history. You understand? Maybe because of the way we are being programmed, you know, we live when things happen, you know, when events occur.
You think it's a lack of
noise about those
knowledge of
and then we
history?
move on.
No lack of knowledge of history, right?
Yeah. So
We're
we
not
just
taught.
move on without maybe connecting what has happened with maybe what will happen in future. So the thing is that after the First Republic, you know, there was a new sheriff in town. So the British people colonized Nigeria. You understand? But after that that First Republic, yeah, the Americans took over. That's why you see our system of government. You know, they strove to make it a presidential system from a parliamentary system, and they were able to take over because of their, you know, what they did during the Second World War, how they helped,
Right.
you know, to defeat the Germans and the rest of them. So the British owed it to them to cede some of the authority to the Americans. Yeah, so since then, they have been the ones manipulating the system. Even the military coups that we've had in Nigeria, you know, several of those coups, you know, some people have linked them to Washington, D.C., you know. So prior to 2015, like when I was in primary school, I kept on reading in the papers and hearing that Nigeria will disintegrate by 2015. You understand? And then the disintegration by 2015, they wanted it to be a bloody one. First, it will help them economically, you know, the United States, you know, sell weapons. And then if they're able to like sustain a war, like they are doing in Congo and the rest of them, it will help them, you know, to get a lot of resources free of charge, sell a lot of weapons, and then try to also escalate those crises across West Africa. You understand? That did not work. Maybe because the way we go, we have a lot of ethnic divisions in Nigeria. You understand? You know, the Igbos and the Yorubas especially, you know, the Igbos house and Yoruba house, and, you know, what have you. The other tribes maybe do not have as much friction. Maybe they have, you don't know. But in Nigeria, because of the fact that people usually focus on their own thing, people rarely know about what's happening elsewhere. So there is this rivalry between the Igbos and the Yorubas, but that rivalry has never led to a military confrontation. You understand? Because of maybe the cultural constitution of the Yorubas and also the Igbos. They might do every other thing, but it has never reached that stage where there will be like violence and war. It's never happened. There has not been any recorded military confrontation between the Igbos and the Yorubas. And that is what some external forces are striving to engender. A situation where there will be a military or a militant confrontation between the Igbos and the Yorubas. You understand my point? And people, even people who holding lofty offices in Nigeria, who are somehow linked to these American and whatever it is, these external forces trying to cause that friction, they are working hard to make it happen. And they've been working hard to make it happen for the past even 2 decades. So when you see some of these things happening, even let's say people like, let's say Simon Eber, for example, who is been rumored that he has a lot of links with those people, because the Americans will want a situation where they have unlimited access to that natural gas, those oil, whatever in Nigeria, Eastern Nigeria, they want their own colony. You understand my point? And want to achieve it not by a referendum or a peaceful split, but some kind of a war. So that's why you see people like, let's say, Bola Tinubu. Most of his policies over the years has been that ethnic division. So for him, he may or may not understand the significance, the import of what he's doing. But whoever is sponsoring him is behind it. They know what they are doing. For him, his immediate gain is political power. But the long-term gain is to the advantage of whoever is behind it. You understand? So over the years, if you study this guy from the time he was Lagos State Governor, that has been his stock in trade. That has been the way. That's his, 70% of his political prowess, his political gains has been gotten from engendering conflict, strife and animosity between the Yorubas and the Igbos. So this thing that is happening, when people connect the dots, it's very, very easy to see that this guy, if he goes beyond 2027, there may be a civil war in Nigeria with the way things are going. There may be, it's likely to be a civil war than not. And whoever is beating the drum is not in Nigeria. So they want to Congolize Nigeria. So they want whatever. In fact, they've provoked the Igbos so much. What have you not done? Destroy the properties, destroy the businesses, done everything so that Igbos will take up arms. You understand my point? There is no conflict between the average Igbo man and the Yoruba man.
No, ordinarily, no. Yeah, if you see them on the street, they're getting along. This whole big drum that they are beating is for those people that have been paid, some paid influencers too, to continue to beat this drum.
Yeah, and even 70% of people who are working assiduously to make this happen, they don't know what they are doing. They don't know where they will be if
exactly.
breaks out. They might not even make it.
Hey!
So they are pushing towards, they've been for the past 2 decades, pushing towards a civil war. You understand? They are working very, very hard.
Yes.
To start a civil war.
Exactly. Nigeria. And they are fanning the flames every time. Oh my God. This your analysis, stay humble. Omo. This is a great angle.
That's part of it. Regarding Bolaji Abdullahi, he's someone I've known for almost, let me say, for more than a decade, really, because he was minister under Jonathan. He's from Kwara State, so he's loyal to Saraki. So when Jonathan won in 2011, you know how they used to do it those days. The governors will nominate, the governors will nominate the ministers. So the governor of Kwara, loyal to Saraki, had to nominate Bolaji Abdullahi. When he was minister, he was almost excellent. I will say his coming as minister, marked a departure from the norm. Previously all those ministers would just come in, just whatever they can take, they take. So when he came in as minister, something significant happened. That was in 2011. He visited the Nigerian camp. I think they were preparing for Nigerian Sports Festival. So after the sports and everything, he asked them who they have discovered. They brought out a 25-year-old guy. You saw something. It was a very funny thing that time.
Right.
So he said that at 25, that Usain Bolt had won gold medals.
Mm-hmm.
In Olympics. How would you say that you've organized the event and your talent is 25 years already? Where are the 17-year-old? Where are the teenagers who you will now groom over the years, to now represent Nigerian future? And that was when things like I think either the West African or the Africans Youth sports festival was introduced. You understand? During his time, we had to comply with the FIFA MRI, whatever, for the under 17. Yeah, to make sure that we went with the right age. And that time, it was difficult because now getting the players at the right age, it will require a lot of investment in them, a lot of world-class training and the rest for them to compete. And he made it, he worked so hard for it. He made it happen. That year, I think 1 year after that, we won the under 17 World Cup. You see? Yeah, so he was the one that developed that template, which we later, abandoned. That template of wide, scouting of young players from across the whole country. So during his time as minister, he was so good. He was so good.
Right.
When those political things, he was loyal to Saraki.
Yeah.
And stuff. We had to join the APC, which is really sad, and which is what I keep on saying. It is all about who the leader is. You understand? Because with the system in place, people are easily corrupted. You understand? But when you have who is who has that capacity, that record to drive the country to a different direction.
Yes.
You see that 80% of people who have been morbidly corrupt will have like a turnaround, a metamorphosis in character and everything. So it's the same people. When Peter Obi was governor of Anambra State, for example, I was in secondary school when he was governor of Anambra State. He worked with the same people, the same teachers, the same, and the education system was revamped. Everything was revamped with the same people. So people are easily corrupted, even people who are good. If 7% of these people now who are, drumming for Tinubu, drumming for Buhari, drumming for people, they are people that if you have a good structure in place, a good government in place, they will be so productive.
Right.
Yeah, so it's just my one Kobo contribution.
Oh no, this contribution, Omo, you really came and you really, especially coming from the angle, especially with this Igbo thing and the Yoruba thing, you're so you actually I tend to actually believe your analysis, because when you look at what's going on, it's almost intentional, like consistently, and it's almost like this person that was talking about renaming. Look at the excitement. You can tell that there are people behind the scenes that are giving them instructions on what to do and how to do it, right? To anger, man, God bless the Igbo people, because you know what, look at how they destroyed Peter Obi brother's business. Look at how calmly, we're all angry, including me. I was like, oh my God, this man is so calm. See, as they destroyed this man, brother, they're just pushing for fight, right? But that means that some of the things that Peter Obi says, he has his eyes to the ground. He knows exactly what's happened. That's why he responds the way he responds. He's not aggressive, because if Peter Obi was a different person that did not have a clue as to what was the end game, I'm telling you, maybe he was somebody with a very volatile, attitude, angry and all of that. Let me say an Nnamdi Kanu right now. It would have been a different thing entirely. So I have my respect for PO don't hide past this one now, because the way that they push these Igbo people for Nigeria, even outside, so even with this whole Ghana thing that was going on, right? The way some people some Nigerians will go on different platforms in TikTok and they were putting fire. Some of them had, most of them that were calling were Yoruba people. I was like, what? I could listen and say, God, I beg you, what kind of hate is this? Do you understand? So it makes sense. Now I have a quick question. So there's someone, I don't know if it's Francis Umba or so, trying to get Nigeria to be involved with is it Abrahamic Accord or something like that? What do you know about that? Do you know anything about that?
Yeah,
Because that means that for everything that Israel will, the implication of that is that we will now be on the side of Israel. We cannot go against them when they are doing wrong. Do you know much about it? Can you speak on that?
well, historically, they've always linked the Igbo lineage and descendancy to, to Israel, right from when I was a kid. That has not dissipated since then. It remains strong. That the Igbos are the lost tribe, one of the lost tribe of Israel. How factual that is, I can't really say. Yeah, I've read a number of literature and all. I've also listened to some people try to link, the Igbos with Israel. What I can say is that the Igbos have, similar historical trajectory. What we call, they are usually coterminous. The Americans will say coterminous with the Israeli history and everything. Some of the culture, there are cultural similarities. Things like circumcision, things like a lot of cultural similarities, I would say. And also
most Nigerians have circumcision. We do circumcision. So anyway, my point is, there's an article, I think it was 2 days ago, that I read. I brought it up here, by Francis Umba, and David Udain did an extensive take on it, and was saying, is it David Udain or West Africa Weekly? They're trying to, Israelis, Netanyahu is behind the scene pushing. They're trying to push for Nigeria to be a part of that accord. The implication of that with this massacre when they do for Palestinians now, where people are taking a hard stance and saying no and calling these people out, they're looking for new alliances, which is not going to benefit us. It's also land grab. And there's a guy that has been named as one of the people who lobbied. This guy lobbied an American government official to try and push it also in their own Senate. I just wanted to know that portion of it. This whole history you're telling me, I've heard it before. They've even tried to link it with Yoruba people, link it with Edo people, link with all those linky. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that there is this very powerful guy, who they say has the ears of the Trump, the Trump administration. I think they all worked for him, who is really pushing, very assiduously for Biafran independence. some organizations really are pushing for their independence. Yeah, and then there are some other organizations really that are still not named, maybe in Europe, also based in Germany, blah, 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 because Nnamdi Kanu's IPOB was headquartered in the UK, previously before Buhari came in. But when Buhari came in, Nnamdi Kanu saw clearly, who the UK were working for. So immediately relocated to Germany. Yeah, so it was in that Germany that this guy was disgraced. He kept wearing much when he attended the first so-called festival, and nothing happened. If it was in the UK, maybe they would have arrested a lot of Igbo people, but nothing happened. The German government were not interested. So I believe, there's the hand of Israel might be there, and some other European countries, but it is not yet clear. Even David Uday himself, the last time he appeared on Dr. Damage's show, he said he had not fully understood, Simon Eber's workings and stuff. So it's not clear.
We're not even talking about Simon Ekpa and any one of those people. Now, the article when me read, now me they even concerned about, because we don't want that kind of thing for Nigeria. I beg, I beg. We have enough issues within ourselves. Nobody relates to Jews for Nigeria. We all have similar cultural identities and the traditions that these Jewish people claim. I have heard, how many times I've heard so many ethnic groups in Nigeria are related to the Jews. It's not Igbos, Yorubas, even Edo. All of them, they look for us. We are not related, abeg. And let's not forget, the people when they call Jews today not be the same, abeg. No more na not vex. Now Europeans now they look so.
The thing is that
abeg, we get enough problem.
There is a possibility, because of what is going on in Gaza, for example. Maybe people try to distance themselves from whatever it is. But there is a possibility. But that is not to say
a possibility that what? A possibility that what now?
No, there is a possibility really that there is a genealogical, link. There's a possibility.
Link to who? Link to who? Link genealogical link to who? Which Israel? Today Israel? I don't understand. If you say maybe most of this Africa, because the old videos of Israel come out when they release old footage, whether na 1600 or 7, I don't know. I see it somewhere. Now black people full everywhere. Okay, so if you say historically to the soil of that Israel, maybe because people moved, and considering all this fighting when they go on now, it's likely that people migrated from those places because there was just too much turmoil, right? But say link to the people that I'm sorry, I'm not sure. But anyway, let's move on. I thought maybe you had more. That's fine. So una hear say Shehu Garba, I don't know, do you guys know Shehu Garba? One guy like that, the guy don't come out. If you see the glowing the glowing comment he had for PO, I'm going to play that video shortly, but I wanted us to listen to this one that I put up.
You have a very prominent member of the PDP, a founding member of the PDP, a vice president for 8 years. He competed 3 times, contested 3 times. President Atiku, highly respected person. Would you respect, and I've made this public, would you respect to him? I think you should be a hero of democracy, but I don't think you should aspire to even lead this country. I think you should be a father figure. He should be involved in the building of an alternative to APC, but he should bring in new blood, new perspectives, new people, and say, the future belongs to you. We will stand behind you. Amechi should do the same thing. Rufai, if he feels he can handle his own ego, should be part of this thing. But those faces should not be the ones that are telling Nigerians, give us power and we will do different.
So you expect them to be at the background?
Absolutely. And look, if you have contested for vice president for presidency for 3 times and you don't get it, and you're approaching 80. For goodness sake, I mean, something should tell you that it's time to be a father. In Africa, being a father is a great thing. You decide, literally, it's my gut feeling is, if Atiku would say, I'll call it quits as far as aspiring to be president is concerned. But I have a condition. I, maybe in consultation with a few people, will decide a set of people who step in our place. And if I do that, I want you and you and me, key people involved in this, all of us stand up. None of us is going to contest for the presidency. We want younger people, more energetic people, healthier people, not people who have just simply been so exposed to power they can't live outside power. If you give those people power, they're just going to be like President Tinubu's government. What is going to be the difference? What are they saying to Nigeria? And this is what is missing. Tell us what this whole coalition, today we're this, tomorrow we move here. Today. What is this thing about? It's just simply to create an alternative.
I don't hear them. I never hear them. Anyway, now on to Garba Shehu. Let me just play. I say, Garba Shehu get something. He has something nice to say about P.O. Everybody don't they recognize the man with the power, with the magic wand. Omo, this election is going to be fire for fire. Wallahi. I play Precious video. Precious, hi. In case.
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings?
Peter Obi is the most formidable presidential candidate to have come out from the southeast since Azikwe.
Bam.
Peter is a very, very formidable politician now.
Bam.
Of the passion.
Let them hear.
It's because of the rich.
I would say the Buhari of the southeast of South.
Yes, he's a Buhari. Don't forget, Peter Obi won Lagos in 2023 with Tinubu on the ballot. He defeated the Lagosian, the ex-governor of Lagos, called Bola Tinubu. So Peter Obi has basically inherited that Zikist political followership. And I tell you that even in the north now, a lot of people, especially young people, especially educated people, are saying that it's time for a southeastern president. And they see hope and promise in Peter Obi. The message to Tinubu is that minus him and his cabal, the entire country is against him. The north and the southeast are about to have another handshake
across the Niger.
Yes, Tinubu is an emperor. So how do you remove an emperor? You use blood, toil, and tears.
Did you hear that? So Peter Obi go feed likened to Nnamdi Azikiwe, and perhaps
more than Nnamdi Azikiwe. Get it right, Precious. Did you hear? Blood, toil, and people. Did I get that right? Yeah. Oh my God. This is, hey! Anyway, let me hold myself first.
the Buhari of Southeast, or perhaps the Buhari of South generally. Well, I came across this interview, and I feel say we supposed to pay attention.
I think I go find that interview. Let me go and look for that interview. Actually.
For a daughter named too. So what is the big deal? As a matter of fact, this
guy has become, I don't know. Do you know that this guy was a once
and they start to trend Pandora?
Do you know this guy, this particular guy, what's his name? Okoro, Lawrence Okoro. The guy has become something else. This guy was an avid supporter of Peter Obi. This guy that I'm showing you guys now, strong supporter of Peter Obi. What happened was during that election, that Edo election, I can still remember specifically, this guy was trying to tell Obedience, Edo people want Aswe Igodalo, not this Akpata that you people are pushing. Obedience were like, some of them were vile, gaslit. Even me, I received threats for my DM. The people who were threatening me, I dey wait for them until we meet for any space. Do you understand what I'm saying? Then I called them out. The kinds of things that they were doing was utter disgusting. And you know what, this guy, after they now came up and said he had collected money from PDP, he had been paid, he had been. I felt sorry for this man. He and another guy. This was how some obedience were treating them. Do you understand? So now, I remember then the guy was like, Shebi Peter Obi is going to come out and vote again. Okay, no problem. I can tell you for free that what this guy is doing, not before, the anger, the kinds of dragging, the kinds of embarrassment, lies that were told on this guy, now they can turn. I was on a space and somebody asked me, oh, you know, me, I supported Asue during the election. Why come I'm not bitter? I'm like, I was not on ground. These people were the ones on ground. These people were the ones campaigning, talking, and saying this is what we want for Edo. You people, you did not hear. You were gaslighting people. You were insulting people. You were threatening people. Here it is, right? I said, I for one, I will not engage him. I'm not going to push back because I understand where his anger is coming from. They dealt with this guy during this Edo campaign. They dealt with him. I saw it play out from the beginning. All I said to them was, just leave him alone. Hey, just leave him. Let him do what he needs to do. Deep down, I know this guy is still an Obi supporter. He's just doing this to Pepe because the guy is same way for obedient hands. I just wanted to say that before we continue with the video.
Pandora papers, excuse me. Pandora paper would have been a crime if it be say the proceed, the money where people be invest for that Pandora. Now, money where be say in gets through illegal means or in thief or in rob or maybe the state money. Say that money, like personal fund where invest. He just put it in a place where he feels say no go pay too much taxes for his daughter name too. So what is the big deal? As a matter of fact, there are top people from the US, UK government and all that will also get money inside the same Pandora. Why it be say those different various governments, they never indict their people of crime because of the same Pandora papers. Anyway, moving on to the cocoa of the matter, you need to hear this interview from this man where he say he talks. Say Peter Obi at the next
Kene, you know they see him.
And Buhari of the South
because
southern Nigeria. And he said a lot about
it's on
Peter Obi.
oh,
he was
okay.
speaking about the party to win Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Say now blood. So say people get to shine their eye well, I must be very, very strategic. Welcome to Updates with Precious. Now here they give on an update of everything that they happen for inside Nigeria. And I say make I sharply give on this update.
Welcome,
you need to pay
Nelly.
attention to waiting this man talk for inside this interview. Here, in breakdown matter we get to do with Peter Obi in followership and the way they perceived for southern Nigeria, especially southeastern extraction of southern Nigeria. And he talk a lot about them. But what he talk now, what he be say, supposed sink into the head of many people. And I go like make on a react to him. Go watch him.
The fact that Peter Obi made it to that gathering is remarkable. And you don't forget, since the demise of Nnamdi Azikiwe, Peter Obi is the most formidable presidential candidate to have come out from the southeast.
Since Azikiwe.
What
about Alex Ikweme and?
Alex Ikweme, was he really a presidential candidate? He didn't get the ticket, did he? He didn't get the ticket. He lost the ticket to Obasanjo, and earlier on, I think he had also lost it to Obasanjo. Alex Ikweme was in the forefront in the formation of PDP, but unfortunately, during the short transition program of General Abdul Salami Abubakar, Alex Ikweme and the founders of PDP were off stage. And they removed, Olusegun Obasanjo from the prison and gave him the ticket because they zonalized the presidency to the southwest. You remember that his other opponent on APP platform was also Olufalai. But I tell you again, Peter Obi is a very, very formidable politician now. He has
What makes him formidable?
It's because, I was going there, it's because of the passionate followers that he has. It's because of the reach.
Can we say he's the Buhari of the southeast of such?
Yes, he's the Buhari.
Because they say that, okay,
exactly.
Buhari, he had his fanatic 12 million votes.
Exactly.
That come rain, come shine,
exactly.
they are there for him.
Exactly. So the sentiment the sentiment in Southeast, is suggesting a Peter Obi presidency. Don't forget, Peter Obi won Lagos in 2023. I think he won Benue.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
With Tinubu on the ballot.
He defeated him.
He defeated the Lagosian, the ex-governor of Lagos, called Bola Tinubu. And you know what he scored in Plateau and in Benue. So Peter Obi has basically, inherited that Zikist political followership. And I tell you that even in the North now, a lot of people, especially young people, especially educated people, are saying that it's time for a Southeastern president. And they see hope and promise in Peter Obi.
As a political analyst,
that's why his presence at this consultative group, even going to the extent of delivering
a keynote address.
Yes, a keynote address is something worldwide.
And that is what I want to ask. How significant is that? What message are these people of northern extraction are sending to Tinubu and the APC?
Very good question. I think the message to Tinubu is that minus him and his cabal, the entire country is against him. The northern politicians, the northern technocrats, and all those who gathered at Continental Hotel today understand something. Even though Peter Obi, like the politician he is, he said the North can change Nigeria.
Despite the endorsement, last week it was actually, contrary of endorsement by, is it the Northwest, is it the whole of the National Assembly? We saw endorsement upon endorsement.
I will make this point, then come to those endorsements.
Okay.
So I'm saying that the message at the consultative group is that the North and the Southeast are about to have another handshake.
Across the Niger.
Yes, and if you remember decades ago, there was, there were alliances. In fact, fusion, if you like, between the Southeast and the North, whether it was during Tafawa Balewa or it was during Shehu Shagari. So the message is that the North and the Southeast are working together to unseat Tinubu. And because there is also another thought, just like Sule Lamido said, Tinubu is an emperor. So how do you remove an emperor? You use blood, toil, and tears to remove an emperor. And what it means is that in 2027, Tinubu might not accept being defeated. And who knows, the struggle to remove Tinubu might spill over into Onisha streets, Kaduna streets, Kano streets, Enugu streets, Owerri streets, and so on.
Everything we be saying talk for inside. Now, this is not all. Still for Inside Trust Television for an interview, we be say Professor Muhammad Hailani, we be saying Buhari ally gets for Trust TV. It talks something very, very strong again. It talks as a matter of fact. Say Yoruba people no vote to Tinubu. Say not be Yoruba people vote for us. Say people vote when make a win at them, the Northerners. And say then they're very aggrieved and angry, saying in get to abandon them even after they vote for us. And if you look at it, people think say not only Igbo people vote P2B will make P2B win. No. People have even called in on this show to confess how core Yorubas were part of those who voted Tinubu out. In fact, people they talk and say if you carry statistics work out for most Yoruba states, then Tinubu no go score less than 40% for Yoruba land. Do you understand? That now waiting people they talk. Say all of these ones, saying they deliberately push, and not be me talk, saying they deliberately push ethnicity, ethnic baiting, so that people will be say the ethnic fanatics then go use them or use them the wrestle in opponents then. Well, make you go hear what Prof talk for inside this interview, and then go begin wonder what is likely going to play out in northern Nigeria based on this movement. Now we be say Prof talk about. Go watch out.
The Northerners are currently not happy because they kept saying when we started, it was Muslim ticket. We brought him, he won election. That time the Yorubas didn't vote him. Today, they are saying most of the lucrative appointments went to Lagos and some of the Yoruba states. And apart from that, all these taxes, there are some policies that have been dished out, tariff on electricity, and the electricity is not there. Nigerians are crying. We want 3 square meals. Some cannot even afford to eat. He doesn't know. They don't tell him the truth. So we at the grassroots are saying we will continue to support him because we brought the government. It's not late yet. The 2027, they are saying they are endorsing him, it's not going to work. The only thing that can work is that we should be able to give the dividends of democracy to the masses that voted us into office. When we do that, making sure that insecurity is gone, making sure that we provide food for Nigerians, making sure that our roads, the infrastructure, everything is working perfectly before 2027 is going to be walkover. We are going to show him the way. Let him put out some of these people, bring in these technocrats have been saying, who supported him. Up to today, our people are aggrieved. They are not happy. Let him know that with us, all those political spent forces or spent horses, they cannot do anything apart of what we tell the masses to do.
Right.
They are with us. We have the followership.
Right.
Could this be the reason why Garba Shehu had this interview recently on News Central, where in the talks, the belief of Northerners, say once they know they're in government, then they feel like say they alienated. And then see this government never do enough work to use communicate their work them and their policies them and the way their work they benefit the North to the Northerners. So a part of what make them very agitated. Go watch Adamu Garba where you talk about.
You know, the traditional belief in the North is that once somebody at the helm of affairs is not from the North, then there is this perception of alienation. Communicating the flow and the inclusivity of the current government to the North is short, and that is why they are feeling alienated. Number one. Number two, you have the strongest pillar of Northern APC in late former President Muhammadu Buhari. May God rest his soul, who died recently. And with his loss, he has a teeming supporters. And when you calculate it, since the time he was involved in politics, he consistently brings about 12 million votes. In 2023 election, we lost this through 12 million votes. We only got 5.5 million votes. And that is not really good for us. And now that we have an opposition coalition that is predominantly, driven by some of the actors in the North, and also having some former ministers of Buhari's government moving with the opposition coalition of ADC. They don't have any serious political weight, they are paperweight, but then they have propaganda value. So the best solution is for us to re-strategize and still maintain our base by making sure that the APC live in the North post Buhari. Not that in the absence of Buhari, we lose considerable amount of supporters. And if we lose support of the North, especially the core, then there is going to be a very serious problem. And that is actually why I'm sounding the alarm that let the government do something about it. Let us not give them opportunity to prey, on our shortcomings by doing something wrong that will push so many of the members of the party to the opposition on the perception of alienation.
Now, you don't hear what's in Adamu Garba at all. Now, there's something very important I want us to pay attention to. Same Adamu Garba gets an interview from inside the same News Central, where he described the obedient movement and talk, say, make people not joke about them or say P2B is somebody to fight for inside the election. Now, one thing when he talk, when catch me now, when he talk about the containment of Peter Obi, he said they don't contain the obedient movement. And say the one way where they do them now by ensuring, say, them bring in governors from different states. I mean, the whole of the South and even part of the Southeast is almost, they know the APC don't almost hold them. Based on the fact, say, their governors then don't the APC. But one question I go ask, the idea of ensuring, say, governors then decamp, now because of, say, you go, the governors, every governor will decamp automatically gets all the state people then to vote for you. Have you ever thought of the fact that the governors have their own votes? Perhaps them and their supporters get their own votes. Have you ever thought about the fact that the governors themselves may also be struggling to come back? Just like another person for inside PDP talk, say this, the camping where people they decamp from PDP and all that. Say that just because they fear. They fear say they no go get their second term. And some of them they fear say they no go fit put in their own predecessors. And saying that this tenable style of politics now don't lead to this fear where we see people fear. I'm going to go hear Adamu Garba for every detail where we say talk for inside this interview and the questions where they ask them for News Central.
What do you make of the name Mr. Peter Gregory Obi? Because that name seems not to have left the lips of every single APC member. Is he a threat to the APC?
Of course, you see, they say a snake is a snake. Whether it's a baby snake or a mature snake, the good thing is that once it grows, it will still bite. So Peter Obi is a significant force. He's a threat. He has a massive following, almost like a cult online following, the obedient movement that is acknowledged globally, and that they are determined, right, and they are very organic. So why can't the obedient movement work for the APC? Why don't we have this kind of energy? So I think it's a threat, naturally, based on the way he is moving. And if you look at his vote, he's even penetrating some part of northern Nigeria, some part of, especially in the north central. So he's actually a threat. And I don't believe in APC we can underestimate any opposition, right? So he might win if you underestimate him. So the best solution is to see how we can contain him as much as possible. And I think we're doing a very good job in containing the obedient movement, because they lack organization, they lack structure, and their core principle is anger, against the status quo. And that once you invest emotion, in a movement, you always lose. You always lose the way. So you must have to be tactical, you must have to be very strategic, and I think these are some of the weaknesses of the obedient movement. And on these weaknesses, we are containing them as much as we can.
So when you say you're containing the obedient movement, what do you mean? When you say you're containing the obedient movement?
When you say containment, right, it means that the same way they are exerting their own strategic imprints, towards defeating our party, we are also countering this strategy.
How?
As much as possible.
How? You people are not doing it. We are beating you people, hands down.
When you look at Peter Obi's traditional domains, where he had a very strong following, he got 4 million votes in the south. He was actually the winner in the southern Nigeria, and then he got 2 million votes in the north.
That's not true. That's what you people gave him.
Strong impact were now consolidated under the APC. In Delta State, for instance, you can see that in Akwa Ibom, and you can see that in Lagos, it's all consolidated. The entire Southwest are now completely, comprehensively consolidated. In the Southeast, there is a lot of divisions and structures, and then we have APC governors in the South, 2 APC governors, and more are coming. So when you look at all those things, you will see a very clear strategic containment policy, whereby we will make sure that the force we receive from the obedient movement is not repeated in 2027. And
does this strategy containment policy include planting moves in other political parties to ensure that there's an inflation from the
like
political parties, because the house divided within itself cannot stand?
Yeah, you see, the thing is that there's no any getting into like APC. I heard so many people are saying that you have people inside the opposition political parties are now planted as malls to disrupt their internal proceedings so that they don't succeed. That's the thinking, but no, it's not the case. Political party system in Nigeria, especially the opposition, have hardly ever got themselves together. Just check the history. So what we are witnessing in the Labour Party is exactly what we are witnessing in the SDP. It's exactly what we are witnessing in the NNPP. And so many other political parties, for instance, like let me take for example, NNPP we spoke about the concourse. NNPP has only one state, which is Kano. But then they sacked the leader in Kano, Concourse, and they're even questioning the membership of the Concoursia movement in the NNPP. So you now begin to wonder, why these kind of challenges? So are we saying that these things that have been happening even prior to the 2023 election is actually the result of what we are seeing? Now, if you go back to Abure's case, like in the Labour Party, it's almost the same case. He had several issues with Apapa Labour Party. So these things have been happening even prior to us getting the government, right? Winning the victory in 2023 election. So it is always a problem. There's always an issue with the opposition party. So it's just self-inflicted injuries that they are getting on themselves. And the fact that it's working to our advantage, we cannot go ahead and fix the problem. And I guess that's what our president even said. We cannot go ahead and fix your problem if you are immature enough to organize yourself as a formidable force to confront us. Then your loss is our gain that is good for us. And that's the issue. The issue is purely internal. It's a self-inflicted injury. And it's to our benefit. So we welcome it.
Okay.
But we are not a party to that situation.
Now, earlier during our conversation, you did talk about the the loss, the political capital after the passing of former President Muhammadu Buhari. There might be some gap there with northern votes, and there are people that are willing to capitalize. He was revered and had a court-like fellowship in the north. But what we're seeing now, the political calculations with regards to the coalition, the ADC, quite a number of former President Muhammadu Buhari's ministers that work closely with him are part of this coalition. Do you feel threatened by the coalition, and do you feel they have the power to get what will be typically Buhari votes?
Frankly speaking, they are formidable force and they are threat. Politically, they are paperweights. Most of them have no strong political value at all. When you look at the list of those ministers that have moved into the ADC, there are people that served in Buhari's government for sometimes 8 years, but they hardly even assisted and supported the same.
So you think a former governor like Nasir El-Rufai doesn't have political capital?
No. Nasir El-Rufai was not a minister under Buhari's government. He was a governor, right? And
oh yes, a former governor. I beg your pardon.
He is definitely a political force, but will not inflict that strategic defeat that people are expecting that the ADC should that ADC should have against the APC. Right? But then they are still a force. They are still a threat because they have propaganda advantage. And that same propaganda advantage is what, as I mentioned to you, many governors in the north were able to ride on this propaganda advantage to become governors under the mantra of Buhari. And now that he is no longer there to substantiate and filter who is with us and who is not with us, they may ride on this propaganda advantage, and it will give them a strategic win. To be very candid with you, if we don't do the right thing on time, we will risk losing the entire Buhari's cult following to the opposition ADC. And that is why people like us are sounding the alarm that we need to do something very urgently. Even if they don't have the political value as envisioned, some of them, they have propaganda advantage with them. And you know how propaganda works in politics. Once people have a perception that this is exactly what is happening, and they have internalized and decided to operationalize it, it will go against us. And that is why I said we have to do something very urgently to fix the challenges.
Now, here what's in this PDP chieftain get to talk about the defections and the danger where they inside.
Defections, yeah. Happens in any, especially when we are facing an election cycle that we're facing now. It's really sad that Nigeria, our political into more delicate, taking more delicate position. We've seen defection in the past, but those defections are usually based on principles, are usually based on, on genuine reason or some point. But what we're witnessing now is so disturbing, it's so alarming. When you ask all these people why are they defecting, they will not tell you the reason why they are defecting. Look at some of the governors that left. I can't imagine a governor telling me that he's defecting because he believes the ruling government is doing well at the national level. They will tell you because they don't even tell you why they're actually leaving. That is because they want to secure their second term ticket or they want to install their successor. They won't tell all of these things. Look at all the cities. The most worrisome one is what just happened in what is going on in the National Assembly. Where, just like you said in your intro, you see some of these National Assembly members moving without principle. And unfortunately, our laws is not provided adequately for the movement of those in the assembly. And the one that is even clear with the legislature is they don't bother, because as long as you are coming to APC, you are clear. Nobody looks at the law anymore. And so all these things are not good for our democracy. They are not good for our politics. It's really sad that you see someone who is in government moving quickly to the other party because he just wants to secure a return ticket. And those that are not in position of power, they move because of their stomach infrastructure. Only few are moving because of genuine reasons, and we can see it. I'm just disturbed about all this defect, all this situation. We can't afford a one-party state in this country.
So when I don't hear everything we be say these people get to talk. Waiting you think say it be. And I really, some people say it really did necessary today worried about waiting APC they interpret as containing the obedience movement. Now the obedient movement yourselves, what are you doing? Beyond emotions, according to waiting Adamu Garba talk, beyond emotions, how on are they do to galvanize people? Now, it's not enough to be on the streets of social media, tweeting support and all of those. These people now for inside APC, don't they go do the legwork already? They are already registering party members across their localities. Waiting the obedient movement, then don't they do? How a big say they don't they start to do that process. Now what's it make some people they talk? So the fact that people never talk about where it belong to yet, now a bit of a problem because they need to start galvanizing and gathering people on time so that people will begin register massively for any party where be say in they involved in. Do you think that's a major factor? And what's your want to think about all the conversation generally, and especially as Peter Obi could be the man to fight, and especially considering what's in the first interview when he talk say to win Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say that through blood. How you take see that matter? And do you think Peter Obi is ready to make sure, say, he giving people, because he gonna, if you not give the go ahead, say, okay, you guys go and protest, the result does not work my way. No. This time around, if you just keep quiet, all he needs to do, as a matter of fact, is just to keep quiet and not call anybody to order. People will take to the street. But do you think a P2P can watch that to happen and watch people to die because of him? Understanding, say, people like Goodluck Jonathan say their ambition not worth anybody blood. It is a P2P go fit stand, make people know, say people will die because they try to defend their votes. What do you think? Kindly drop your thoughts, your reactions on there. I could wait to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love it.
The best solution is for us to.
Sorry, guys. So, there you have it. Oh, obedient movement. What are you doing? What are we doing? All right, that's a huge question on ground. I know there's a lot going on ground, but exactly what are we doing? Let's listen to Dr. Aruna Goro's video.
How much is it now?
Hey, Dr. Aruna Goro don't release music.
What else are you chasing when Nigeria is bleeding?
Oh my God. Wow. Now we get you know.
Second seat, a dream for many, a mighty feat, with influence wide and coffers deep, yet still you reach for dreams that sleep. You had your chance, your time, your say, but now the people turn away. Not once, not twice, you tried again, but every vote said just the same. Oh, step aside, Nigeria is calling, the ground is shaking, the sky is falling, this nation needs a healing hand, not more power plays or selfish plans. Be a statesman, not a spoiler now. You've done your part, so take a bow. The youths are rising, the voice is clear. We want a future that brings us near. Wealth. You live abroad with perfect health, but here at home the people cry. Babies starve and parents die. You flaunt the riches by the stage, but can you buy a future's page? You played the faith, you played the tribe, but still the people won't subscribe. Even your kin day. So what more signs must heaven display? This dream you chase may not be fate. Some doors just close, and that's okay. You can buy delegates, but not the people's hearts. You can hold the spotlight, but not the nation's future. We need someone who sees our pain, who walks the street when it starts to rain. Not a man with mansions far and wide, but one with truth and hope inside. Oh, step aside. Nigeria is calling, our sons are falling, our daughters crawling. This land is tired of recycled lies. We want new wings so we can rise. Let the youth breathe, give them space. We're tired of the same old race. Don't let pride destroy your name. Be the one who shifts the game. Remember Buhari, how long he tried, but what was left after the ride? Tinubu came with Emi Lokan. Now we wonder what he's commanding on. The hunger grows, the silence breaks. How long before the nation shakes? Article, this is not your time. Your dream's not part of heaven's line. The world is watching, history waits. Will you step down or test the fates? The writing's clear for those who read. We need a man who loves, not don't die on ambition's reach. Let Obi rise, let youth lead on. Let Nigeria sing a brand new song. Step aside. Nigeria is calling.
Una don hear? Na AI song na im our Dr. Aruna Guru release, but it's all good. But I think I can end this. But before I go, I just want make we remember GMO food e no good for you, e no good for me, e no good for our people. We need to be very, very careful. If you see the tweets along the streets, please repost, share and repost. Let people get more knowledge about this, because if you cannot eat your food tomorrow, if you what's the point of having land that you cannot grow your own food? You have to keep buying, so people will determine how long you live, if you live at all. And you have influencers, all ye that love following influencers, do what they do, say what they say. This is a message for you. Most of your influencers are not who you think they are. They are just there for their own pockets and for their mouth. You are seeing literally all the influencers that people were supporting, clamoring for, they are all falling flat on their faces, because they do not care about you. It's about their pockets that they care about. Okay? Dr. Aproko, that they drag am up and down. Dr. Aproko, when they come TV, go tell you, oh, this is what you use. Person won't even come out, to the point where he came out one time and said Ajinomoto is good for you. Ajinomoto, when they ban, when they used to wash cloth. You see your MI, dey do skit with BG for Nigeria. You see your wetin dey call am brother Shaggy, Lai, all of them, they were all involved in that skit. Most of these people are clueless, ignorant. It's all about their pockets and their mouth. You better speak for yourself and stop following blindly. If you see any influencer, most of these influencers are being paid. They don't know say na them go be the sheep in the end. They go still come for them in the end. There's no amount of money you collect. You no get where for this world you go hide from these people. You carry all the money. If you like, take and go anywhere you want. That money, they won't take am from your hand. They go take am, nothing where you go fit do. So more na suffer dey follow influencer, and if you see any influencer that is pushing GMO, anything negative, unfollow. It's simple. You unfollow people that are after your life, literally, and that's what it is. People that don't care whether you eat or not. People that don't care whether you buy or not. You are following them. Not only Nigeria, sha, people dey follow people anyhow. I just sent my dad money to buy native corn seeds from Igara. Na so agric seeds dey popular for Naija nowadays. Can you imagine? This is how bad it is. When you go buy plant corn that time, the season, after the season, you go get corn surplus seeds when you go save for next planting season. You want to dey go knock for oyibo, make dem give you seed for you to plant. Nigeria wey dey blessed. Abeg o. It's crazy. If you see any influencer that is pushing this GMO, go and tackle them in the comment section. Tackle them back to back. I'm telling you, unfollow after doing that. Because these people don't mean well for you. They don't mean well. God. Anyway, abeg, make I leave am for here for now, my people. Una go enjoy the rest of una day. We go continue the fight later. I go see una again. We go talk the matter again. Thank you so much for joining me. Nelly, thank you. Michael, Kene, stay humble. Mama Echo, are you still here with us? Mama Echo fell out. Hey, Mama Echo, now. Sorry, Did you want to add something before I wrap it up? I want to wrap it up, I beg. Yeah.
Hello, yeah.
I dey hear you. Yeah, if you get wetin you wan add, just go ahead. Make I shut down for now.
Since you wan shut down, make I just say the fight don begin. Fight don begin. In fact, they help to ginger us.
Hey.
They help to wake us up. It be like say we be dey wait for make INEC declare. But by the time they come begin dey post their poster for Abuja everywhere, na because I be say campaign don start o.
Yep.
So if they wan come talk say na illegal to campaign, na dem start am. So all of us wan do the illegality.
Yes, now.
But the bitter truth is this: we are not afraid. No shaking by the grace of God. No shaking. It's just that make every one of us do what we need to do. From the grassroots, make una dey do now. We go dey do our own too, openly and secretly. That reminds me. That's when I discussed with you. I know say na Saturday or Sunday. Which time is it? 6 p.m. or 8 p.m.?
I say 10 a.m. now, my time.
No,
so
I mean Nigeria time.
You check am for Google. Wetin 10 a.m. my time be for Nigerian time. We go tell you.
California be. All right. Once I confirm the which of the day, then I go send you every necessary info.
Okay, no wahala.
All right.
No wahala.
So when we meet for evening.
Yeah, later. Enjoy your day. Thank you very much for joining.
So to all my lovely children out there, don't worry. Mother hen not dey allow hawk dey carry im cheek comot for im hand. Abi una mama, we go do the needful. Make una do the needful. The battle is
So,
in one battle. Abeg, another thing I want hala una be say, make una sabi say no be only the presidential seat na we need people o. Because na from councillor to presidency na we need. Since na presidency and house of reps and house of senate na be the same day, except there is a electoral reform, make people wey sabi say they get power to do work for house of rep, make una go carry paper. Those wey sabi house of senate, make una carry paper, because na all of them we wan clear, so that the road go dey easy for the person wey we put for on top. Thank you
yeah.
and God bless us.
Yeah, Mama Echo, so they say na 6 p.m. Nigeria time. They don't answer you for comment
Oh,
section.
thank you. 6 p.m. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes it.
Yeah.
Thank you, my love. The
Thank you
person
very
who did that
much.
research for me, God bless you plenty, plenty. I appreciate.
Yeah, you say thank you very much, Mama Echo. We'll go see again.
We don't start the journey, so no more sleep.
Abio, na so na.
Me and you meet for S yesterday. Now, why you dey tell them the truth? They come begin dey holler rubbish.
No mind. Me I answer the commodity consign me. Na so they do. Na so that I'm telling you. So I go talk my anybody wey wan
like. Be like say the time when they give me mic, you don't work out. Now tell them say come na both of them go dey do.
As he say some of them don dey do exactly wetin I mention. As he say some of them come dey push am. I say, hey, how you go just say for one topic? Meanwhile, the people when you dey fight, they don spread full everywhere. They don dey do the work. We all put head for one place. Coalition when we no go know who leader go be for 2026. Or maybe 2020, yeah, we no go know who the leader go be. Una dey busy, dey quarrel among una sef. This na moment for us to dey, the people when they suppose dey do opposition work, you go dey shine light for everything when this man dey do. The ones wey wan talk of coalition, you go talk coalition small, you go shift am, because na that one important pass. Make dem dey see all the bad things, so that people go know say, man, we no fit support these people again o come the next election, so na im person go talk im own na, no be make us dey where we na im make all of us get voice now. We must talk put, whether you like am or not o.
Yeah, you get straight to the time when I vanish, you still dey I dey lis ten for back. I no fit come.
Mama Echo, wetin person go do? You know say for me, if I no fit just see wetin dey happen, just close eye, because I feel say if we stop, na these people dey get power. You no know, when we stop to dey talk, these people dey get power. They go come dey do wetin they like. They go just dey do anyhow. That na wetin I notice. But this our talk, when we dey talk, so na im dey even put fire, na im make dem dey start campaign early now. You no know, na because of the talk when we don dey talk since, when we no gree give up, na im make dem start campaign early, because we were demarketing everything wey dem dey do. Na we dey shine torchlight on. Na out of that fear, na im make their bala blue come out say, make we start to dey campaign early o, because these people, dem no go let us see road. I'm telling you, wetin person go do? One person go sha do am. We must do the work. We don't have any excuse. We no get anybody wey dey come help us now. Like say we get people wey dey come help us now, person go rest. If we no talk am, we lose. If we no speak up, we go lose. That's just the plain truth. So I thank God for the strength. There are times I take off sometimes too. I know I need the rest. I go just take off. But hey, we must push, because we no get any help when they come from anywhere. So we must do what we must do. So yeah, na im make my sister, as you don rest now, you don come back. Na so. All right, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate you all for joining me. I will see you guys on my next one. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Oh, by the way, where the comments? So I wanted to quickly go over. We don't think at all, and the northern politicians are definitely. Where did that go? That's the problem with Nigerians. A lot of us lack critical thinking. I'm telling you, Eh? Are them not thinkers and are desperately wicked, using religion to cover their wickedness? Hey, Emil. Greetings to you. Happy Saturday. Guys, I'll see you on my next one. Thank you so much. If you're catching this on replay, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Enjoy your day. Bye.